So, should we use tariqat for spiritual matters and worldly standards for worldly matters? Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. What is tariqat? What is Islam? The tariqat, it is the essence of Islam. Is the essence of Islam. Tariqat is way. What is our way? Our way is based on the lifestyle of the Prophet ﷺ. Now we're talking about lifestyle. Whatever the Holy Prophet ﷺ went through in his whole life, in the 23 years of prophethood, is there any separation between the spiritual and worldly? Move away from duality and come to ahad. Islam is bringing you ahad. It's bringing you unity. Some still stuck with Trinity. Some duality, yin yang, worldly, not worldly, spirit. But Islam is saying, now everyone come together. Come together. Now make a full circle. Make a circle. Complete the circle. Come to unity. Now when there is unity, there is no separation between what is spiritual or worldly. Everything that looks worldly, it is also spiritual. Because in worldly and spiritual, these are not two equals that you put on the scale. One is like this, one is like this. No. You cannot put like this to balance it. There is no balance in Islam. There is priority. There is priority. Can you say haq and batil, they are balanced? Haq is this much and batil is this much. Haq is this heavy, batil is this heavy. Truth is a reality and falsehood is also a reality. Can you say that? When haq comes, falsehood leaves. So one is real, the other one is not. So, when Holy Prophet ﷺ came, he brought together the teachings of 124,000 prophets. He brought the teachings of 124,000 prophets. He brought the teachings of 313 Nabi Mursal. He brought the teachings of all 104 books of the 4 kitabs. And he brought everything together now to the point, after 23 years, again 23 years is not suddenly. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put a stamp there on the sermon, isn't it, at Arafat, the last Hujjatul Wada. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala saying what? Today I have perfected your deen, your religion, and I've chosen Islam, submission. So now, for the Muslim, the West still will take some time to understand this. But for the Muslim now, there is no separation. When truth comes, falsehood disappears. Truth overtakes everything. And Islam, it is a deen, it is a lifestyle. When Islam, it is a lifestyle, so there is no separation. You cannot say, now I'm being Muslim, now I'm being kafir. Now I'm being truthful, now I'm being untruthful. when there is Islam, especially when you are in tariqat, where you go deeper into the understanding of Islam, you're going deeper into the root, into the essence of Islam, then you will understand and you will know that everything is moving, is given a reality from the Spirit. And it is a spirituality that animates everything. So now, you must use tariqat for spiritual matters. You must use the teachings of the prophets and the saints for spiritual matters. You must use the teachings of the prophets and the saints for worldly matters. You must use the teachings of the prophets and the saints for other worldly matters. Now, when we say that they're Insanul Kamil, when we say that they're the most perfect man, they are teaching us how to live and how to die and how to rise again on Judgment Day to meet our Lord. It is through their example. So now everything is covered and everything is perfect. They are the ones that we take our example from. Islam came 1400 years ago with the physical presence of the Holy Prophet ﷺ. For 1300 years, Islam was a deen. It was a lifestyle. Dealing with worldly matters according to the judgment and according to the scale of Allah and His Prophet and the awliya Allah. Everything that is being done. Count it. Whatever that's being done for 1300 years, everything, even in this world, which is why the Ottomans, their holy empire, because everything that they're doing up to the time of the pre-modern period and the early modern period, we may say, everything, especially worldly, they must find a dalil, they must find a fatwa, they must find a reasoning from the Quran and the Hadith, from the ulamas and from the saints of Allah. You want to put street lamps, fatwa has to be signed by the Shaykhul Islam. What is the standing of Islam on this? This is the reason it is allowed within Islam. Everything that was new, that was coming out, it has to be supported by spirituality. Spirituality, tariqat has to animate it. The spirit has to give it life. If there is no spirit to give it life, if there is no spirituality, what you get are things of this world that has no spirit, but they are moving. What are they called? Zombies. And since the fall of the Khilafat, that's what this world has become. Completely, everything completely divorced from Islam. We're not talking about the non-Muslims. We're talking about the Muslims. Now they're adopting Western ways, non-Islamic ways, but there is no support. Everyone is going according to their own head, and because there is no support, there is no blessing. Whatever that they are taking, it becomes a poison and is going to destroy society. It will destroy your faith. It will destroy your hereafter. Worldly matters, you must judge it according to what the Holy Prophet ﷺ brought, what his Sahabe Kiram brought, what we have in front of us, not 1 year or 10 years or 20 years of experience. We have 1,400 years of experience, of history, of knowledge that we are not taking from. Instead, we are making stuff up. And that leads everyone into a position where they become what? They become tyrants. They become Firauns and they become Nimrods. So, everything has to come from truth. Even falsehood, it is coming from truth. It is the absence of truth. It is a deviation of truth. But you cannot have two things existing. Only one thing exists. That is Allah. It's much is enough. Assalamu alaikum.